Good evening and welcome to it. This is Chess and Wine. My name is ADB and we are back with your updates for the Capetown Masters Chess Challenge for round 4, 5, and 6, both for the advanced section and the Masters section, the championship section, the exciting section with the Grandmaster getting ready, sitting on board 1, firmly waiting for all the players South Africa has to bring, the top that we have, to come up and try their luck or their skill, or whatever else they have to try. So there it is. Let's start now with the advanced section in round 4. This is what we had in round 4. In board 1, we had Ashley Schuler. Actually, I heard him say his name in the interview, so his surname. So I'm not sure why I forgot. So it's Ashley Schuler.
Ashley Schuler.
Yes, Schuler Ashley. Winning against Glenn Willenberg. And the second board, we had Cecil Oilson playing a draw with Ngudle Mandisi. And the third board, Adam Sniker wins against Antonio Michaels. And board 4, Evgeny Rogov, the little Rogov, the 12-year-old Rogov, the up-and-coming Rogov, who actually loses, unfortunately, to Baron Dylan Baron. And in board 5, Rowan Nell loses to Janko Wilderman. Moving on to now the fifth round. In the next round, this is what happened. There was a draw in board 1 between Schooler Ashley and Adam Sniker.
My name is Adam Snickers.
Second board, we see Janko Wilderman winning against Cecil Ohelson. And the third board, Dylan Byron plays a draw with Ngudle Mandisi. And in board 4, Bwene Janssen plays a loses to Tsabola Bright. Then in board 5, Glenn Willenberg wins against Cindy Mbalenhle. In the next round, that is round 6, which is played today, Schooler loses to Wedeman. So Janko Wedeman wins against Ashley Schooler. And the second board, we see Sniker Adam now winning with the black pieces against Bright Tabol. And the third board, we see a loss for Mandi Singudle, who loses to Glenn Willenberg. And in board 5, Dylan Barron loses to Cecil Ohelson. That is actually in board 4. Board 5 is Lyle Janssen losing to Michael's Antonio. Now moving on to the advanced section, but before we get to the advanced section, quickly let's update you on the next pairing for round 7, which is going to be played tomorrow or today, depending on when this video gets published. This is what it's looking like for the top 5 boards. In the advanced section in board 1, it is Janko Wilderman at 5.5 points playing against Adam Sniker, who's also at 5.5 points. In the second board, it is Glenn Willenberg at 5 points playing against Ishmael Ali, who has 4.5 points. And the third board, it's Antonio Michaels with 4.5 points playing black against Cecil Ohelson, who also has 4.5 points. And board 4, it is Wahid rising up. Rosenberg Wahid with 4.5 points playing Ashley Schooler, who also is on 4.5 points. And then board 5, Rowan Nell, 4.5 points, plays white against Bune Janssen, who has 4 points. Well, we look forward to that round. Now, updates on the Masters section as we're moving on to the championship section, the Masters Challenge section of the tournament. In board 1 in round 4, it was the turn of Cheney Lin to face off against the Grandmaster from Russia, and he lost it. Putting on a good fight, obviously. I mean, I'm impressed with the fight that the players in South Africa are giving, are bringing to the table. The Grandmaster in one of the games actually stated that he felt like he was losing the game in one of the games that he played, and still managed to come back, at least because the opponent made a mistake somewhere. But yeah, there are some lines that Grandmasters understand, those slight nuances that Grandmasters understand better than our top players, or your average higher rated 22-2300 player. But yeah, a difference between a professor and a doctor. So yeah, moving on now to board 2. Fide Master Banele Mhango gets his revenge against Joris Suje, who I think in their last encounter won. But yeah, so yeah, this is beautiful. Yep. Well, why am I saying? It sounds like I'm taking a side. Okay, but it's a good win. So Banele Mhango wins against Joris Suje, and in the third board, I am what you call say, and actually wins against Andre Shoot. Yes, Shoot. Andre Shoot. Yeah, so then board 4, Ethan Samuels loses to Calvin Klaassen. And then board 5, Nathan Peter loses to Candidate Master Raghav Matvey. So Candidate Master versus Candidate Master. That is on board 4. And now on board 6, since obviously these are broadcasted games, we'll move on to board 6. Keith Kumalo. The Blitz, the Speed Demon, loses. Is it again? Yeah, I think again. Loses to, this time, to Andrew McInnes. And in board 7, Jiran Braff loses to Charlton Miaster. And in board 8, Ayima Masoka loses to CM Regan Palmer. Board 9, Tato Selema loses to Martin Nico. Nico. Didn't Nico win the USAs at one point, 1 year, somewhere? Yeah, I think he was once an USA champion, national champion, I think, from the close section. But anyway, so moving on, we'll confirm all those details once we speak to the players, if we get a chance to. Board 10, board 11, Chuan Kleinschmidt loses against Shuria Sai. And in fact, the Shuria Sai is like a 12, 13-year-old junior player that apparently is being, you see, when you have junior players performing like this, you know there's something that the federation is doing. There's something that the community is doing. The culture is developing. You see, the seniors in the area are doing what they're expected to do, passing over what they know to those that are up and coming. They're not selfish with it. Yeah. And then for 12, Timofey Rogov loses now to Luto Mfazwe. At least, man, you get to beat some Rogovs. That's a good thing. Moving on to round 5. Round 5 of the Masters Challenge section. Banele Mhango now was rising up to the first board to face the Grandmaster. Then obviously Grandmaster Sergey Drygalov wins with the black pieces against Fide Master Banele Mhango in board 2. Fide Master Calvin Klaassen. It says 0-0 here on the results. And I am what Tukobesen played a draw. And that draw was a repetitive move, but I mean, some look at it and they say it was an agreed draw. And the rule states that you can't agree on a draw until black has played the 30th move. But this was a draw according to by reputation. And again, draws by reputations can be forged. The draws by reputation are forced sometimes by opposition because both players know that there is no easier way to move out of this. And if I do, I'm risking. Yeah, there's a lot of story on that. I'm going to try to speak to some people to try to give us some perspective on this matter. But yeah, they played a draw and the arbiters felt like it was arranged and it was unsportsmanlike. It was the chief arbiter apparently ruled that it was a 0-0 to both players, and both players are now out of the tournament because they decided to withdraw from it. That's why we're not going to be seeing them on the next rounds, or their opponents from the next rounds are going to be getting 3 points. Now moving on to the board 3. Board 3, Raghav Matvey now gets to play the junior Chenyelin from the Eastern Cape, and he wins it. Raghav Matvey wins with the white pieces. And in the 4th board, Andrew McInnes plays a draw with the Miaster Charlton. And in board 5, Regan Palmer wins against the Sujay Jora. Oh my goodness, the fire's been put out. 2 losses in a row, 2 losses in a row. We thought Jora Sujay was on fire, man. Like the first 3 rounds that he played, I mean, it was just impressive. But now it's like he just, by performing that well, he put a target on his back and everybody's out to get him. But yeah, so the next person to get him was Regan Palmer, Candidate Master Regan Palmer. And the next board, Nico Martin wins against Shuria Sai, that 13-year-old junior up and coming. And the next board, Waylon Brander plays a draw with Ethan Samuels. And the following round, the 6, which was played today in the first board, it was now a Russian derby, they would call it. It was the 2 Russians facing off against each other. We thought since they were speaking the same language and the game was kind of looking drawish at some point, they would agree on a draw because at least you'd know how to offer a draw in Russian to each other. So it was Grandmaster Sergey Drygalov, the Russian Grandmaster, playing against Matvey Rogov, the Russian Candidate Master, whom we can claim as our own because he got all his rating and rose here in SA, in Cape Town. So yeah, and the game ended in a loss to Rogov, a win for Sergey, but hey, it was a very nice long long game. The last game to finish in this round, but Rogov, he says the impressive thing. Like you can see that this one feels like there's something for him. Is not giving up. He's not accepting defeat. He's trying to give it his all. Like it was a true fight. It was a battle. Until obviously the last move, pawn push, checking the king while the bishop has a discovered attack on the queen. Now, if the king takes the queen, the bishop, then there's a skewer that captures the queen for free. If not, then the queen goes for free, dead by bishop if the king decides to take the pawn. Like it was a very tricky one, but that's how it ended. But yeah, good fight for good fight though, Rogov. Good fight. Second board, it was Regan Palmer rising up to board 2 to face Fide Master Banele Mhango, and Banele Mhango took it. I think Banele Mhango's on form. We thought that the yes, I don't remember. The Kraaifontein tournament was going to put him out, like it was going to damp his spirit for this event. But nah, man. Nah. Spirits are high. He's on game mode. He's been on this for a very long time. Game mode. So yeah, Fide Master Banele Mhango wins against Regan Palmer in board 3. Yeah, it's a default win for Martin. Nico was paired against Watu Kovese. And in board 4, it's a default win. No, is it not? No, it's not this one. Yes, so Master Charlton in fact loses to Lwazi Celeb. Oh my God. Okay, Lwazi, we'll see you. And in board 5, Tiziano Miasta plays, obviously gets a default win against Fide Master Calvin Klassen. And in board 6, Ethan Samuels wins against Andrew McInnes. And in board 7, Shora Sai wins against Luto Mfazwe. I have to emphasize the age of this boy. He is 12 years old, turning 13. That is Shora Sai, a little Indian boy. And then now board 8, Tyler Naveen, Pairings Master Tyler Naveen loses to Waylon Brander. And in board 9, Schuen Kleinschmidt wins against Pairings Master Peter Neven. And in board 9, yes, that's board 9, Schuen Kleinschmidt winning against Nathan Peter. And then in board 10, it is Chen Lin playing a draw with Jora Suje. Board 11 is Ishmael Lagadin. He's a draw again against Tabang Mangha. Now quickly on the pairings for round 7. Tiziano Miasta through a default win against Calvin Klassen rises to face the Grandmaster Sergey Drygalov with the white pieces. And then second board, it is Banele Mhango now facing Nico Martin. And then board 3, it is Lwazi Celeb with 4.5 points facing Fide Master Palmer, Regan Palmer, who has in 4 points. And Matvey Rogov is in board 4, now playing against Ethan Samuels, who's on 4 points. Board 5, it is Waylon Brander, 4 points against Chuan Kleinschmidt. Board 6, Charlton Miasta against Shora Sai. And Jora Suje plays Jans Dinam. Those are all on 3.5 points all the way up to board 12. So yeah, man, that's kind of looking like that. And if I look, I think the last time I checked on this thing, Snap. Yeah, in fact, last time I checked the standings, we're putting the Grandmaster on board 1 with in the top spot, first rank, followed by Fide Master Banele Mhango in 2nd place. So yeah, that's basically the results for the last few rounds, your updates, and we're honestly looking to get some views from organizers, from top players on the events that are happening that are seemingly dividing our chess community between players and organizers. And anyways, we'll talk about that next time. This is Chess and Wine. Good evening.